What is going on, guys? I'm Dave, back with another episode of Debt Free Differently. Today, I wanted to talk about a goal that a lot of people have. People want to become millionaires. While I'm not a millionaire today, I will be one before I turn 40, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get on track to become one too. First, we have to define what a millionaire actually is. A millionaire is not someone who makes $1 million per year. Someone can make $1 million per year and still be drowning in student loan debt, be making really bad lifestyle choices, and somehow end up with a negative net worth. To borrow a line from Chris Hogan, author of Everyday Millionaires, if you take what you own and subtract what you owe, and it adds up to over $1 million, you're a millionaire. It's that simple. Basically, assets minus debt. When you remove all debt from your life, you can see how that makes it a whole lot easier for you to call yourself a millionaire. Personally, for them to count, I think that the assets need to be non-depreciating. So they should be things like retirement accounts, your house, straight cash, things like that. Not your brand new $40,000 SUV that's appreciated 20% in the first year. To build an example millionaire, the median home price in the United States is around $300,000. So let's say that you own that house outright, had $500,000 in a retirement account and about $200,000 in a different investment account. You would be a millionaire whether you meant to be or not. I'm really hoping that there's someone watching who actually just realized that they're a millionaire. Now, who are these millionaires? Hogan did the largest ever study on millionaires for his book, and here are some of the most interesting facts that he learned about them. 8 out of 10 millionaires invested in their company's 401k plan. On average, it took about 28 years of work for millionaires to become one. Almost 80% of millionaires didn't receive any inheritance at all. Most millionaires are self-made. 1/3 of millionaires never made 6 figures for 1 year of their entire working career. I hope these facts inspire you because there are regular people just like you and me who are becoming self-made millionaires every single day. Now, let's get into some numbers. There are many different ways to become a millionaire, but the simplest way is to invest early and benefit from the magic of compound interest. I know that there are a lot of us out there that wish that we started investing earlier, and there's a reason why everyone says that. Investing early and being consistent with it creates a clear path for you to become a millionaire, but there's still a path if you get started a little later. Let's look at a few scenarios in the context of retirement. Let's be realistic and say that you're 25, you're done with school, and maybe you're onto your second job. So by this point, you might be poor, but you're not super poor, and you're ready to start doing some investing. The average annual return for the S&P 500 is around 10%, so just for simplicity's sake, we'll use that for these examples. Using that average return, if you invested $200 per month for the next 40 years, assuming that you stayed in the market, reinvested your dividends, did all the right things, you would be a millionaire by the time you retire at 65. Let's be even more realistic and say that you started when you were 30. Maybe you paid off some student loans, you got your stuff together, but you're making a good amount more than you were making straight out of school. You got started later, but if you invested $300 into your 401k every month for the next 35 years and left it in there to benefit from compound interest, you would be a millionaire by the time you retire at 65. $300 per month. If you're making about $50,000 per year, that's about 7% into your 401k or retirement account, and that doesn't include any company match that you might have that would take you far over the top. And the good news is, you're still young. Chances are your income will go up, you'll be able to contribute more, and you'll hit that millionaire mark a lot earlier than you thought. Now we'll look at another scenario that might sound extreme, but it might be pretty realistic for a lot of people. Let's say that life happened. Maybe you had to declare bankruptcy, you got a divorce, or you were just really focused on paying off your student loans in your 30s. Whatever happened, you ended up with only about $5,000 in retirement by the time you were 45. It wasn't looking great, but you finally had no debt, you got super focused, and you started almost maxing out your 401k with around $18,000 a year for 20 years. It would be a sprint, but by the end of it, there's a very good chance that you're still a millionaire. With all of these scenarios, it doesn't take other assets like a house into account. The average millionaire takes about 10 years to pay off their house, so you can assume that they made some extra payments. Like we talked about in the start, if you owned your house outright and the median house price in the United States is $300,000, you would only need $700,000 in other investments or other assets for you to be able to call yourself a millionaire. Imagine how much more you could save or invest by not having to pay rent or a mortgage payment. Basically, once you pay off your house, your timeline to becoming a millionaire or a multi-millionaire can get very short very fast. Those scenarios were based on retirement because you get to benefit from having more time in the market, but we can look at shorter timelines too. Starting from zero, let's say that you wanted to call yourself a millionaire in 10 years. Using that same 10% annual rate of return, that's $5,000 per month for 10 years. If that sounds a little aggressive, you could get there in 15 years with $2,500 per month. And if you wanted to give yourself 20 years, that's $1,500 per month. Those are aggressive numbers, but when you break it down like this, becoming a millionaire is not impossible, but it takes work. Especially if you get bonuses, have a company match for a retirement account, or you want to pick up some side jobs to accelerate the timeline a little bit, you can become a millionaire. While a small percentage of people become millionaires because of circumstance, the vast majority of them get there by sticking to a plan, like contributing to a retirement account or paying off a house. I hope these numbers showed you that you can start putting yourself on track to become a millionaire too. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, or subscribe to my channel. Do all three. Give yourself some good juju for the day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Debt Free Differently.